Green Hills, New Jersey, where his dad is the high school football coach who coached him. Then he went to the University of Miami. Okay, and now to your beloved Chicago Bears. I'd like to meet him.
What's going on, guys?
All right?
Yeah. I'm pretty excited to come out. Especially one thing he left out is when I was in 8th grade, about to go into my freshman year in high school, I actually went to the offense-defense camp back in CW Post College, which was in New York. I grew up in northern New Jersey, so it was kind of right around the corner. My dad was one of the high school coaches and one of the guys, so I actually was in the same shoes you guys were probably 8 years ago. What do you guys? The older guys like 15, 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 9 years ago, I was in your exact shoes at the same camp, just in a different part of the country. So I know all about what you guys are going through. I was there just a short time ago. But, you know, as Coach said, I grew up in New Jersey. I played for my dad. You know, he's been the coach at my high school since 1986. He coached me, my older brother, who played quarterback in college at the University of Virginia. And then I have an 8th grade brother who's going to be a freshman this year and be the quarterback hopefully for a couple years there. So I'm not too far removed from the position you guys are at. We were real successful in high school. I know a lot of you guys are getting ready to go to high school and stuff. Let me just tell you how important it is that you guys, from that first day you step there, you show your coaches, you show your teachers, you show everyone that you're there. Football means that much to you. That you got to show it from an early age, because there's no, you know, everyone uses the cliche, there's no second chance to make the first impression. You know, that's fine, but I think it really goes true that when you step foot in your first practice, I'm sure once this wraps up, you guys will get with your high schools, and for those of you who aren't in high school yet, you'll get with your, you know, youth, Pop Warner, or whatever you guys play, you know, around here. Get with those coaches and show them you're one of those guys that he can count on. You know, if you want to go out and be the starting tailback, from day one, don't even make it close. Go out there and be that guy that he knows he wants to hand the ball off to as many times as he has to win the game. Or if you want to be offensive lineman, show him you're that guy that when the game's on the line, you want to run behind, because you're gonna get the first down if you run behind me. You know, be that guy. You know, and you know, that's kind of the mentality that I was given growing up, to always try to be the guy to win the game. In high school, I only lost 3 games my whole high school career. My high school's played in the state championship 12 out of 13 years, and they haven't lost in 52 games. They haven't lost since 2004. That was well after I was gone, but still, it's just one of those traditions that I was accustomed to, that, you know, when you walked out on the field, the object, you know, you can say what you want about having fun and all that, that's fine. The object is to win. The object is to beat the other team. And if you step out there and if that's not what you're looking to do, then you're definitely in the wrong sport. You know, football is not one of those sports that you can kind of go through the motions. I'm sure you guys are finding that out today, for those of you who haven't been playing very long, and even for those of you who've been playing for a while. It's not one of those sports you can kind of go out there and just kind of hope to get through it. You know, it's a physical sport. It's intense. It's one of those, if you don't really truly love going out there, and if you don't really love this, you know, the practice. Everyone wants to go play in the pros on Sunday, you know, ask coach and go out there. That's fine. This is the part that if you can't not only put up with, but if you can't go out here and use these opportunities to get better, to help your team, to help yourself, then it's going to be a long journey for you if this is something you want to do for a while, because then every day of your life is going to be, you know, is going to be a tough battle. But you know, I was fortunate enough to go to the University of Miami. When I was coming out, you know, they were the USC of today. They were the top team in the country, coming off back-to-back national championship games. So I was fortunate enough to go there. Didn't play my first year. I redshirted. You know, they had Kellen Winslow was the starting tight end coming back that year. You know, redshirted and then played 3 seasons. Left after my junior year, got drafted by the Bears, and I've played 2 seasons here. So I've been pretty lucky. You know, I've gotten to do, this is what I've wanted to do since I was your guys' age. You know, when I was at the offense-defense camp in 8th grade, if you would ask me what I'd be doing, I'd be playing, I don't know if I'd be playing for Chicago, but I knew I'd be playing somewhere. And that's just kind of the mentality that I had. And along the lines, you know, Coach has been doing this camp before I even came. He said he's been doing it 15 years. However long he's been doing it. I mean, so guys like this that allowed me this opportunity to come out here as an 8th grader, you know, to play in this camp, and then my high school coaches, and then my coaches at Miami, and now my coach. You know, along the line, I've been real fortunate to have a lot of people who've cared, but I've also taken those opportunities to kind of absorb a lot of the information that they gave me. You know, take in a lot of the coaching, and I know if you have an opportunity, all these coaches have come out here to give you guys, everything they know about football. And if you guys are willing to take it, you guys will really get a lot out of this week. But if you're not, then you're really just wasting your time. If you're not going to really give these coaches your attention and your respect, and just to let them teach you, because they obviously know a lot more. They've been in your guys' shoes. They have a lot of years of experience doing this. So my advice to you guys would be to just take everything they have to give and absorb it and suck it up, because every time you let something go by, that could be something that makes you better than the guy you're competing with for your position or whatever it is. So that'd be my advice to you guys. I'm looking forward to spending the day with you guys. It's a little hot, but you guys will be all right, and we're gonna have a good time. So thanks for having me, Coach, and really thank you for being here.
How different was it going from high school to the University of Miami?
It was pretty different. When I got down to Miami, that first day I stepped on, well, real quick, I originally went to the University of Notre Dame, is who I signed with my letter of intent. I never actually enrolled in college there. I ended up going to Miami, long story, but eventually got to Miami before the start of my freshman year, which is also why I couldn't play, because I was ineligible. I had to sit out a year. But when I stepped on campus that first week, it was the week we were about to play the University of Florida. And I was, scout team tight end. And when I stepped foot on the field, the defense I played against was, Vince Wilfork at tackle. The three linebackers were DJ Williams, John Vilma, Darryl McGlover, who used to play here with the Bears for us, Sean Taylor, Antrell Roll, Kelly Jennings. I mean, of the 11 starters, I think we had 8 of those guys drafted in the first round at some point, not all in the same year. And I was like, you go from playing in high school where you're the best guy around, to going to the University of Miami, and you're way down on the totem pole. That year, my freshman year, we had 6 guys drafted in the first round. 5 of them were in the top 15. The talent level that we faced was unbelievable. But once I was able to catch up, because you didn't really have a choice, when I was able to catch up to those guys, and it didn't take long. By the end of my freshman year, I was able to go out there and practice and do some good things. But my first year playing, that next year, when I became able to play, I was so prepared because of what I took out of practice, because what I took out of all those times when I'm going against Deshaun Taylors and John Vilmas and DJ Williams, and it's just practice, so there's nothing really on the line. But I took those opportunities of losing those battles, of not getting open, to learn, all right, if I'm going to be good, if I'm going to play against these caliber athletes, I have to get better. I have to do what I have to do to improve. And when I made the jump from college to the NFL, good, so segue in. The jump from college to the NFL was not nearly as difficult as I thought it would be, just because of how well I was prepared at the University of Miami, just from the competition, not only in the games, because we faced better competition in practice than week in and week out when we played on Saturday. Other than when we played Florida State and Florida and LSU and those schools, chances are the guys we practiced against in 2 days, our starting defense was probably better than the defense we were going to play in the game. So that transition was a lot easier than the high school to college, just because of the level of athletes that we had.
That was my question. All right, Greg will be around. He'll be in practice. He'll be available with autographs and pictures in the dorm after lunch, and then he'll be back out this afternoon for a while. Your chore now. Back. Take him to team. Go. Go.